Hey guys, so just wanted to give you a couple of tidbits that I learned at the Cigna convention. Had a lot of family medical stuff going on and haven't been able to, wasn't able to go to the Portugal trip because of that, and also having a little bit of, had a little bit of trouble finding the time to make an actual good video. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to record it while I'm out here for the 4th and not put too much emphasis on high quality video and just get you the information that I have. So one of the things that I wanted to go over was the Cigna said that they're releasing a new e-app. I think they said they're going to call it Express App 3.0. They're not really being very forthcoming as to what that entails, but it is going to be something new and with an update. Another thing that they're going to do is they are talking about a dental, vision, and hearing plan, which I've alluded to in the past. And then they are starting drafting on approval. I'm not sure. I think they're still going to give the option to draft the old way, but they are moving towards a draft on approval platform, because a lot of call centers and a lot of people do like it that way. And I used to be opposed to it, but now you get much fewer chargebacks and much higher persistency when you have people who are agreeing to draft on approval. A lot of people, like if you're drafting your MedSup clients on approval, then you don't have to worry about them coming back later and getting undercut or outsold by another agent, because if they've already had a draft come out, they're much less likely to switch to someone else. Now I have gotten people to do that and switch to me when they already have been drafted, but it is a much tougher sale when they've already had some premium collected. So let me take these off because I can barely see you. Another big thing that we learned, we did learn about where Manhattan's trip is going to be next year. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to share that, so I'll probably wait just a little bit before I release that information. If I can, I'll put it in the comments under the video. Also, Medicare supplement enrollment is at just an all-time high. Cigna had a record-breaking year because of how competitive they were, but also how many people were in the Medicare supplement market. That's not to say that the Medicare Advantage market is growing too. The opportunity is just endless right now in the Medicare industry. You won't even see it. You won't even see it plateau until 2025. Unless Congress completely screwed it up, which I don't see on the horizon right now. So, that's really, there weren't a whole lot of updates. The big takeaway from a lot of these conventions is meeting new people, and one of the greatest things is learning, how many different ways people are qualifying for these trips, how many different ways people are carving out their share of the market. Some people are carving out maybe what some people would consider an unfair share, because there was some very, very high producers there and some very, very high marketing organizations that had tens of millions in premium with Cigna last year. And of course there were single agents that had over $1 million in premium with Cigna. Some of those same agents had $1 million with multiple carriers. There's just a lot of different ways to do things. And even if you're a lower qualifying agent and you got $250,000 in premium by yourself with Cigna, sitting in your living room writing $250,000 in MedSup premium with Cigna every year will make you a lot of money, make you more than any job you could have somewhere else. So I'm working on a video right now that is going to be my step-by-step process on cross-selling your Medicare clients. We have a lot of people in the group who are coming over to cross-sell Medicare when they're a final expense agent, but I've had a lot of Medicare agents asking me how to go about cross-selling like your your final expense and your cancer policies, dental, vision, and hearing. Some of it's easier than others. I mean, dental, vision, and hearing is just an absolutely easy add-on for Medicare. If you're not selling some standalone dental, vision, and hearing policies, you're missing out on a lot of extra residual, or a lot of extra income, a little bit of residual. But the final expense is a little easier, so I'm gonna talk about passive ways to fat gather while you're talking about it. A lot of times the final expense is a follow-up sell to Medicare. A lot of times you bring it up, you get to the interest, but sometimes it's easier to call them back later on a couple of times and get them to purchase the final expense policy later on, especially if you're doing Medicare Advantage, because we all know that you're not really supposed to be selling final expense in the initial Medicare Advantage appointment. So that's to come. I'm sure as soon as I get off of this video, I'll think of something else that I was supposed to share. But right now, that's what I have for you. I appreciate you listening, and I will get more information to you as soon as I can, guys. Have a happy 4th.